Well, now we're going to sow some seed of an old heritage variety of broad bean. It's called the crimson flowered broad bean because it has exactly that, crimson flowers, so it's both decorative and edible. And here are some seeds that I collected from my plants from last year. That's all I've got left because they're so popular, everybody wants them. This is what we're going to use, a cell tray containing 6 cells.
So Alan has collected beans in a tiny basket, as you do.
Yeah,
Where do you get these things?
There's a bit of a has-been, isn't it?
Now, if I found a bean like this that I've collected,
Yep.
it's a bit sort of shriveled up. Does that not matter?
No, not at all, because the embryo inside these beans that's a dead one, is still alive. It was a damaged seed, that's why I threw it away. But and this hard coating, once it's permeated with moisture, it awakens the seed inside, and off you go. One of the little tips, I suppose, about sowing broad beans, and the great thing about sowing broad beans in pots or in cell trays, as we've got here. Again, we have our seed mixture and a little tap down and then onto the bench. The great thing about when you sow broad beans is if you sow them on their side and not on the flat, if you sow them on the side, they germinate better.
Oh, is
faster.
that 'cause they get? Oh, they're just faster, not because they don't get wet.
Because the root comes out and goes down and the shoot comes out and goes up. Simple as that. And it hasn't got to sort of fiddle around with its direction. So all you do is you stick a couple of seeds in the cell tray, equidistant apart, finger on the top, push in and cover.
And are you putting them a certain way up?
I'm putting them so the eye where they joined the mother pod is at the top. So just push it in.
Push it in.
Do 2 per tray,
2. Oops.
so we have an air and a spare, so that we don't have a wasted. I mean, you can if you get 2 seedlings germinate, doesn't matter. You can use both of them.
And you push them under.
Just push them under and scrape the soil over the top, and there you go. Simple as that. And so I've got 6 cell trays here, and we'll have 12 beans. Do you want to do another one?
Oh, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Oh, you don't want to see them when they're in.
No, you don't want to see them. Just push them in like that. Make sure they're covered. Give them a little tamp. Give them a gentle watering and just then leave them alone. And if they dry out too much, water them again. There is no hard and fast rules for watering. People say to me when they're asking questions, well, how do I know when to water them? A good tip is to actually pick it up, pick the seed tray up, because the lighter it gets, the drier it is. You'll get used to it, but you need to water it first and then weigh it in your hands.
And everybody will then, when I sow seeds, I go looking at them sort of every hour or so. Have they grown? How long before you can expect to see something?
Probably about a week, 7 to 9 days, I should think. It could be earlier than that, but I wouldn't think so. Some seeds germinate very quickly, others take a long time. Quite often, if you're sowing seed of something like a Meconopsis, which you sow whilst it's almost still green, before it's absolutely ripe, that will germinate very quickly if you sow it fresh. And other seeds, if you sow them immediately, sometimes they won't germinate until the following year. They germinate when the time is right for them. So there we have a crimson flowered broad bean. Not only is it pretty, it's wonderful to look at. It's also a very good eating bean, but you'll only get about 4 or 5 beans per pod. But you know, it reminds me of that old adage, the quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten. The price is that you'll have to shuck more pods because there's only 4 or 5 beans in a pod, but I think it's worth it.
Like magic beans.
Absolutely. The quality is long remembered. The quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten, and the price is that you have to pay.